Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to this overview of ongoing developments in small business, medium-sized enterprise, and the accounting industry that is so important to those businesses. Keep Australia running was the plea made by the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, a few days ago, when he was talking about the ongoing problems that the coronavirus is presenting to the Australian state and territory governments, and also obviously governments throughout the world. Morrison indicated that we are going through a 1 in 100 year event. In fact, he said this is the worst disaster to confront Australia since the end of the First World War. I think the comment that Mr. Morrison made, keep Australia running, could well have been a rallying call to the Australian accounting industry to ensure that your small business and medium-sized enterprise clients are not forgotten in this period of time, that many of them will really need your assistance in a range of services beyond compliance. Otherwise, we are facing a massive business disaster. This was emphasised by Peter Strong in an interview on the 17th of March. Mr. Strong is the CEO of the Small Business Organisation of Australia, and he indicated that 10% of the 5 million workforce who are involved with small and medium-sized enterprises could lose their jobs. That's 500,000 people. He also indicated that he anticipates that thousands of businesses will be forced to shut because they'll be unable to operate in their normal manner. And his organisation is estimating that if that occurs, 120,000 of those businesses will not reopen. The Prime Minister is indicating that this disaster will last for at least 6 months, and in fact, it could go longer. I think there's a real opportunity for you to have a good close look at what is happening with all of your business clients, to see whether they're able to take advantage of the Australian state and territory government loans, grants, incentives, and deferments that have been offered, primarily targeted at small and medium-sized enterprises. And many of your clients will need your assistance in the completion of the application forms for submission to the government departments. And these need to be submitted at the earliest opportunity so that the bureaucracy can then undertake their reviews so that the cash can flow. I think we then need to move into a financial health check for your clients. And this is the accounting services that are beyond compliance. In the first instance, most of your clients would benefit from a benchmarking analysis. How do they compare when lined up against their peers in their industries? And what are the areas that have been identified that they could improve their business performance in? What then follows from that? That problem needs to be communicated to management and to the team, and then an analysis undertaken as to how improvements could be made in the business operations. Businesses then need a full review of all aspects of their key costs of operating. Are they receiving the benefit of the best prices that they could receive for various services? What about wastage and repeat work and other sorts of problems within the factory? Their cash flow management involves issues like debtors. What's the debtors days outstanding? Australia still has what is internationally a very high debtors days outstanding figure. 4 years ago, we had the worst figures in the world, and that was at 56.4 days. There's been a marginal drop, and the outstanding figure is now 56 days. So we're probably still very close to having the worst debtors days outstanding in the world. What could be done within your clients' businesses to improve this? What's the investment in inventory? What are the stock turn rates? Does your client have old and dilapidated stock that could be liquidated into cash by having a sale? Does your client have investments in work in progress? Are progress claims being invoiced promptly so that your client is receiving some cash back to compensate or partly compensate for the cash outlay they have made into the work in progress components? Does your client have assets that are not being fully utilized? In fact, they might only be getting used for a few days a year. Could that asset be sold so as to generate cash? And then the client could hire or borrow an asset to undertake that work when they need the use of that machine for that few days a year. Is the marketing expenditure that the business is incurring targeted at exactly where the potential customers are for your client's business? Is social media being utilized to promote business activities? Financial accounts should be being prepared on at least a quarterly basis on a departmentalized basis so that costs are clearly identified to the individual operations. Key performance indicators are prepared that are then able to be distributed to the individual person who's responsible for the management of that activity, irrespective of what their title is. Manager, leading hand, supervisor, doesn't matter, that person's in charge. And does that person understand what these key performance indicators are conveying to them? Perhaps there's an opportunity for you to present some training courses on the interpretation of key performance indicators and the departmentalized financial reports that should be being distributed to that responsible management person. So there's a lot of work could be done, and we're only at the beginning of this process of the services that you could provide to help your clients through this very difficult period, to help them to survive. I would like to invite you to visit our website, www.essbiztools.com.au/survival in difficult times/learn more, where you can have an overview of the contents of the Survival in Difficult Times product package that has been produced by ESS BizTools. We started to prepare this product package in December, having no inkling that the greatest crisis in 100 years for the world was about to hit Australia and obviously the rest of the world. I thought there was a real valid use for survival in difficult times when the issues we were worried about, which were quite serious, related to drought, bushfires, floods, and cyclones. But we've now got this big whammy, coronavirus, that is now settled all around the world on business operations. Your clients need your assistance. And we have a product package that you can invest $900 to subscribe to for 12 months to help your clients. And we are going to offer to you a weekly mentoring session featuring some experts in human resources, business leadership, business marketing, budgets and cash flow forecasts, and some others to help you to be able to advise your clients. And that weekly mentoring session, which is part of the Survival in Difficult Times package, will continue for the duration of this crisis. So we are assuming at this stage, it's at least a 6 months commitment to be presenting a video which will help you, we hope, to be able to deliver these services to your clients. If you require any further information on the product package, Survival in Difficult Times, or for that matter, any of the other products produced by ESS BizTools or ESS BizGrants, please don't hesitate to contact me. Send me an email, please, peter@essbiztools.com.au. Good luck with the handling of this crisis within your accountancy firm and with your clients. Have a great day. Goodbye.